The result of arrogance. Years ago, in Kerala, Sanskrit language was considered to be the salacious medium of gods. So, one who had a good command over that language was a man from the group of the few pedantic people. They enjoyed the highest social value, and more than that, they were the top officials of the royal offices too. The Sanskrit poets had enjoyed all a society could offer to a reputable person. After all, this language was restricted to the Brahmin people. Pattatiri was a Brahmin and was a well-known poet in Kerala. The king in the state had loved him for his pedantry, and he decorated the honor of court poet. All his poems were in Sanskrit. In those days, the poems in Malayalam were quite trifles. All these social advantages made Pattatiri a little haughty, and always he had an insolent expression on his face. He neglected all who wrote their works in Malayalam. Poondanam was also a Brahmin, and at the same time a good spokesman of Sanskrit, but he liked most his poems to be in Malayalam. Once Poondanam wrote a poem, and in that philosophical poem he depicted well of the meaning and meaninglessness of human life. It also praised Lord Krishna, one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Poondanam was so a great devotee of Lord Krishna. None of his poems was without a couplet that praised him. He wanted to get his poem corrected by the great poet and scholar Pattatiri. With a view to getting his poem corrected, Poondanam visited Pattatiri. The great scholar asked Poondanam in what language it was written. He said humbly and reverently that his poem was in Malayalam. Pattatiri was provoked, and incitingly he said, "How dare you take a silly poem to me? Am I that much a simpleton? Go to hell, you and your bloody poem." Completely frustrated, Poondanam moved away from that place, paining deeply in mind. While walking, he was praying to Lord Krishna. That night, while sleeping, Pattatiri had a dream. In that dream, Lord Krishna said, "Pattatiri, you are not my devotee. Don't try to discard my devotees. I like Poondanam's devotion more than your infidelity. Go and correct his poem." But Pattatiri did not take that matter so serious. The following day, Pattatiri was bedridden, for his complete body was swollen by some unknown disease. He was sure that the disobedience of the Lord's words was the reason. Not to waste time, Pattatiri went to Poondanam's house and asked for his forgiveness. Then he corrected his poem and returned. The obsession that was prevailing all over him was ebbed out gradually, and he recovered from his illness. Since then, he had never behaved like an arrogant person.